I don't know if we're going to have time for the part 2 all the way, but part 1 ended up getting totally absorbed in the ops situation. So that message is going to be that message. And the final line that got cut off there was Spirit believes in redemption. Spirit believes in taking your ops and bringing them down to their lowest point because they tried to attack a chosen one. And then they use that person as an example of what happens in that scenario, while you have to demonstrate empathy even for your enemy, or somebody that made themselves your enemy, or somebody that made themselves your enemy while you didn't do anything. Spirit then gives them an opportunity to learn the lessons, to grow, and to become as you are, to start their spiritual journey, which usually involves Phoenix moments. But I digress. We spent enough time on that message. Strength confirmation, divine will, discipline. So I've only got like 15 minutes before my shift starts now, and I'm already feeling it. I'm pretty damn sore. But as far as workouts go, it was good. I used their pull-up machine, which is like, I guess you can do pull-ups and chin-ups and all sorts of things on there. That has several different grips. But then like there's a built-in like bar that's connected to weights, so you can automatically adjust your resistance. So like I use resistance bands at home to give myself the resistance necessary in order to help me out. There, using the maximum amount of weight was still probably a little bit less than the resistance bands that I use at home. So it's almost like everything that I've been doing for the last couple months to build up my foundation, to prepare for the Olympic bar, to prepare for no resistance bands, everything that I've been working up to, yesterday I felt like I was behind, but in reality, doing the work that I've done up to this point got me ready for the minimum or the maximum resistance that I could use on that machine at the gym. And finally getting the base weight up to something where I could do the Olympic bar with the minimum weights. Not the minimum, like 35 plates, I'll call it. I can do all of my exercises with an Olympic bar and 35 on either side. So it's like 70 total with the Olympic bar. But that's pretty much the bare minimum here. It doesn't get a whole lot smaller and still be effective. You know what I mean? So it's almost like everything that I've done in preparation was to get me to the bare minimum here. It's almost like all of the work I've done at home till now was foundational. And now we're hitting the actual big equipment and we can do it, but like we only have the starting point. And it's very humbling. It's very humbling to go in there and not be able to do like as much as I thought I would be able to do. But to know that as hard as I've been working, that only got me here to the minimum. Using that old Marcy's Club bench, it couldn't hold that much weight. It was a short bar. Even if I stacked all the weights I had on there, I wouldn't be able to fit everything. I wouldn't be able to get it heavy enough. So I maxed out what I could do with the equipment that I had. The only option was to upgrade. And as soon as I upgrade to gym level equipment, like the squat rack and the Olympic bar, then I'm forced to actually go here and do the bare minimum, which is my maximum. It's wild to me. But you know what? I'm not ashamed to start off where I am. And we've got a beautiful sky today. Let's see if I can show you. Just a little teaser. It's that fucking gorgeous clouds and the sun. Things are happening in a way that's almost palpable. I've noticed some improvement in the skin too. I've been using Cetaphil, I think it's called. I'm pretty sure it's Cetaphil, which is like a gentle cleanser every morning. And then I'm using CeraVe PM, which is like a moisturizer that helps with restoring the barrier. The skin barrier, which stops your pores from getting like infected so easily. Or getting clogged so easily, or whatever. Barrier protection. So I'm seeing a diamond. It's almost it's actually the animation from the spell barrier from Tales of Symphonia, which like creates a prism around you, refracting light, which is very interesting. It's almost like everything had to line up in a specific way, and then the sunbeam hits you and you're prismatic, spitting all the colors on the wall. Everything had to happen the way that it had to happen. And you not taking this to a negative place and going like, oh, well, I'm inadequate, is a huge part of this growth. And all the different parts of your life are balancing in a really unique way. The social aspect is kind of coming along with the reintroduction with the family friends and the social hub that is the gym. It's a very community-driven place. That's the social aspect. Then the physical aspect, having access to more equipment, better equipment, to things that will push my limits faster and more than what I could do on my own. We refused to let the plants die. I went out of my way to save everything that could be saved, which was initially against... It was initially against what I said I should do. I initially said that part of the lesson was to release and be okay with them dying. But then I took every single plant that I could inside. And that wasn't all of them. I had to let some of them go. But I think I only let 2 go. And I didn't have a choice. There was no more space. There was no way to hang the last one. It is what it is. But everything that I could save, I'm trying to save. And maybe that's why we're tying into Symphonia, because when they found out that there was 2 worlds and they were vying for, like, these are the 2 worlds, they were vying for energy. And as long as one was receiving energy, it was growing, crops were good, the world was beautiful, magic permeated the world, and it was available for use. And then the other world became barren and desolate, and magic stopped working. And then when they reversed the flow through the journey of regeneration, then this world would start to decline, and it would leach all of that energy out of the prospering world into the declining world, and that world would start to prosper. And as long as they went back and forth, nobody declined too far. But when they discovered this paradigm, the main characters were like, no, we're going to save everybody. We're not going to sacrifice anyone or anything. We will find door number 3. And that's kind of how I feel right now, because Spirit aligned us to door number 3, where we save all the plants, as many as we could. We continue working on social balance, and we continue pushing our limits physically in a way that will help get us in line with our career goals. And that's the next thing, making time to study, because I've been neglecting it again. Making time to study is the 4th factor here. And factor number 5, starting the nonprofit, which I think is my next priority. It was probably supposed to happen months ago, but if I'm not pouring money into the home gym, or a greenhouse, or, like gravel or sacks, or, if I'm not buying things for plants in the home gym, then the next priority becomes the nonprofit. So I have the winter to get money together and to plan out the first events in the board of directors. And then it'll be time come spring to do our first environmental mission. Spirit never misses an opportunity. And you may not see how everything's going to fit together perfectly, but they do. Your spirit team, your ancestors, your passed on loved ones, your guardians, the universe, your angels, your demons, God. All of it in tandem all that is. Has orchestra.